Hello. I wanted to try something different. I want to make this a new series. And I had this idea. I think I said it in a previous video. But I kind of want to make it kind of ASMR-like. Just have me softly talking into the microphone here. And I have my good mic going, my camera. But I don't know if I'm gonna do this with a video or just pure audio and like have like a picture going. But I wanted to make a video, an audio video, talking about some of my dreams that I've had. And I've kept a dream diary. And I wanted to try and go through and just read some of my dreams. But hopefully you will enjoy this series. Yeah, it's another experiment, but it's an interesting experiment, and I want to give it a try. Okay, so let me see here. Find one I would like to. Okay. So here's one. The Red Furnace. Written circa 1998 to 2004 and 2009. This dream goes back pretty far. Years probably. About 10 or 12 years. I remember one in particular about this old timely style furnace, like from back in the 17 or 1800s. Anyways, strange as it may sound, I remember my first occurrence of this dream, where I was heading down towards a basement, and I could see through this hole in the floor. It's where I saw the furnace. My next experience of this dream took place in a rundown, dilapidated building. I think I had a few friends and family members there too. By the way, this part I dreamed up later in my life, about 3 or 4 years ago. I think, although I'm not certain. Back to the dream. We were walking down this basement, and it seemed more welcoming than the upstairs. Out in the center of the room was what looked like what was left of an abandoned mineshaft-like place. We went into this giant cylinder-shaped area, with stairs leading back upward. As everything seemed to have morphed and misconstrued, as a dream would do. You know how dreams can morph and change, misconstrue, and seem to flip upside down. Things seemed to make less sense. As we walked up the stairs, we ended up on the roof all of a sudden. Randomly, as if magically, this tower popped up out of nowhere. It looked like an old medieval style cylinder shaped tower. As we went up the tower and entered, we ended up down underground again. I went through this hole in the ground. It seemed to head downward 50 feet or so. As I broke away old slabs of wood, I came across an old run-down, dilapidated wooden room. There were holes in the walls and cracks in the wood everywhere. I got to this place that looked as though it had been burnt or on fire at one time. The black scorched wood cracked and broke as I crawled through this tunnel. As I peeked through the holes, I saw what looked like an old furnace. Though it wasn't red, it appeared as if a gray charcoal color. Even though I was far away from it, it looked huge. I could hear my friends calling back to me, wondering what I found. I told them I found a furnace, and the dream ended. So that's just one of my many dreams that I had wrote down in this dream diary. I haven't been keeping record lately, but I kind of want to get back to it. Anyways, I'm not going to focus on the video in this one. In fact, I might do away with the video and just have a picture going, or a black screen. But I have music made of some of these dreams too, and I might have that in the background as I'm reading. You can also buy this music on my Bandcamp profile. Just search up Patches on Bandcamp. I will probably provide the link as well. But anyways, this was just something new that I wanted to do. Something that popped up in my head. Something that just seems like a really cool idea to me. I guess you could technically consider it ASMR. But anyways, I hope that whoever's watching this, dear viewer or viewers, that you enjoyed this one. Please leave a comment and let me know your thoughts on this and whether I should make more of these. Because I find these interesting anyways. I find dreams fascinating. There's just something about dreams that they don't follow the natural order of the reality the waking reality we experience day in and day out. But anyways, I'm going to leave this video here. Like I said, I might make more of these, but that's dependent on how well these videos do. Like I said, I might make these part of ASMR. I might make these a separate playlist all by themselves. But I hope you enjoyed nonetheless. Enjoy my crazy dream stories. And I will see you in the next video. You have a good one. Hello. Back again with another dream diary entry. The last one was about the furnace dream I had. Let's see. Here's a good one. I have a song with this one too that I might play as well. Light Hole. Written circa 2010. This is one of the more out there dreams. The dream started off strange. Well, the whole dream was strange, really. It all started off in this strange canyon place with trees, and everything had this twilight look to it. The sunlight glared in what seemed like a haze. Have you ever seen the sun rays in space, or when it's trying to pierce through a thick fog? And you see the little bubbles or rings. That's how it was in this dream throughout it. The sun was to look like it was trying to shine through a keyhole in an old wooden door. The feeling of the dream was a unique and Pangy feel. I made that word up. Pangy. Sounds good, doesn't it? I describe Pangy as augmented and colloided, as the dream would imply. It's hard to describe this dream. Anyways, back to the plot. I think there were others there with me. Maybe a few of my friends. We were walking through this canyon. There were these strange beasts, humanoids, there in a canyon here and there. They didn't seem to be after us, but the ground gave way and drifted apart. Everything seemed to fade in and out and drift here and there. Random things entered and exited, as though we were entering another dimension. Eventually, we were flying through space. The feeling of the dream intensified as the pictures and illusions brushed together. A little bit later, we were drifting past planets. We weren't going fast, but we weren't going slow either. We eventually flew by this strange planet. As soon as we looked at it, it was like we were getting sucked toward it. There's this huge canyon with these strange aliens at the bottom. They looked like they had exoskeletons and looked like big insects. Eventually, we left that planet and started flying again. The dream ended. There's another dream entry. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Like I said in my last one, leave a comment and a like if you liked the video, and just let me know your feedback or your thoughts on these. But anyways, I will see you in the next video, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, dear viewer or viewers. It's me again. This is the third installment of another dream diary entry. I wanted to read another one here. Okay. Strange feeling. Written circa 2003. I woke in my room at the house in farmland in this dream. This is one of the dreams where I felt alone. The room seemed to grow in size. As the feeling of loneliness sunk in, I could hear this strange sound track playing in the dream. It sounded scary and ominous. But despite the strangeness of the dream, I was looking for a way out. Everything in the room seems to have been rearranged. There were shelves there that weren't there before. Strange things were on the shelves. Then the dream ended. Okay, well, that one wasn't very long, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. But I will see you in the next video. Hello, dear viewer or viewers. I wanted to do another dream entry here. Last one wasn't very long, but a lot of these dream entries vary in size or length. I've noticed that. But anyways, I wanted to do another one here, because I have songs for the ones that I'm reading that I'd like to put in the background. The Chasing Tornado, written circa 2004. In this dream, Grandma Terry, Mom, Lindsay, and I were driving around. This tornado touched down a few miles away from us. Started destroying the city. it went through it threw cars everywhere. Sorry. The tornado started chasing us. We eventually escaped, but we eventually escaped it. But then it came after us again. Came closer and closer, still destroying everything in its path. Suddenly the dream ended. Sorry, it's another short dream apparently. But I hope you still enjoyed that one. Anyways, like I said, my last few entries, I will most likely not be doing videos on these. I might just do a blank screen or something of that nature, and play the music that I created for these streams in the background. And I wanted to take a little bit more time here, because I was only been talking for like a minute, or doing the stream entry for a minute. So I wanted to take some time to talk about my Bandcamp profile. And I mentioned it before, but I just wanted to let people know that haven't seen that video in particular, that I do have a Bandcamp profile where I have all of my music uploaded that I've created so far. And the songs from these dreams I do have for sale on my Dreams album. And I just wanted to, like I said, I'll put a link up in the description probably. Hello dear viewer or viewers. I wanted to come back with another video here. Another dream entry. I just want to say that I do like doing these. And I like the response that the videos have gotten so far. So I'm going to read another dream entry here. See if I can find one here. Okay. This one is titled Fragile Hands, written circa 2000. This dream took place at the house in farmlands. It was nighttime and we were watching TV. We could see the moon out our window in the front room. Dad was sitting by the window against the wall. He seemed like he was scared. I walked over to see what was wrong. He told me his hands didn't feel right. I went to look at them, and they started falling apart. My hands fell off and walked away. The dream ended. Okay, well, that was an odd dream. Anyways, yeah, okay, there's not really much I can say about that one. I guess I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Hello, dear viewer or viewers. Welcome to another Dream Entry ASMR here. I wanted to read another one here. That's from way back. A lot of these are. The Door in the Sky. Written circa 1998. We were driving around in the city. Mom, Dad, Lindsay, and I. We were all talking in the car. Then we looked up at this huge doorway. It looked like a fancy front door to a house, and steps that led up to it. All of a sudden, the dream ended. And it's another short one. I'm sorry, I don't mean to read a bunch of short ones. I'll try and see if I can find a longer one. I'll catch you in the next one. Hello, dear viewer or viewers. I am back with another Dream Entry ASMR story. I have one here. There's a little bit of backstory on this one. So this was a night terror I had when I was a kid. I don't know if any of you have had night terrors, but I think the best way that I can describe a night terror to someone who hasn't had one, it's like a sleep paralysis dream, but it's a nightmarish sleep paralysis dream. So, I used to get sleep paralysis a lot when I was younger, especially when I was a young adult. It's usually the peak of where I had the most of them. But this dream in particular happened when I was very young. I believe probably 8 or 9 years old. And I was still living in farmland back in Indiana at this time. I remember vividly waking up. You'll hear this when I read the entry, but I remember vividly waking up in my room. And when you're in the grips of sleep paralysis, you can't move. You can't move anything. Usually, I can move my eyes, but that's about it. And it's a pretty scary experience, especially if you've never experienced it before. Okay, so I'm going to read the entry, and then I'll give you my summary on it. The Faceless Lady, a night terror story, written circa 2005. This may possibly be one of the worst nightmares I've ever had. I remember Mom, Lindsay, and I, Lindsay's my sister, were walking in a big city. Seemed like New York or something like that. We were walking around at night. Middle of the night. I don't know why I worded it that way. Never mind, back to the story. We heard this scream. Although high-pitched shriek from a lady somewhere. We ended up in this alleyway, wherever you heard it. We saw this lady with a cloak over her head. Mom went to tap her on the shoulder and ask if she was alright. She turned around. All we could see was a nose. No eyes, no mouth. It was as if she had no face. Then I woke in my room at the house in Farmland. Everything was as it was before I went to sleep that night. It was still late at night. I went to move or get up, but I couldn't budge. It felt like I was paralyzed. Then I saw that lady's face again. No eyes, no mouth. And I heard that scream again. I tried so hard to move my arms, or my legs at least. I also tried to yell, but I couldn't do that either. I was terrified. His face came closer and closer. Eventually, I really woke up. And that must be where the dream ended. But yes, that was a night terror, I believe, or at least the closest thing that I've ever had to a night terror. But no, I think the scariest thing about it was not being able to move, but realizing I was in my room still. And there's something primal in your fight or flight responses kick in when you feel vulnerable like that. Now mind you, I'm 8 or 9 years old. This is a terrible thing for an 8 or 9-year-old kid to experience. Terrifying thing. And waking up in my room thinking the dream is over when it was already a nightmare to begin with. And then seeing that faceless lady coming closer and closer, her face coming closer and closer to me, while I'm paralyzed. It's probably one of the most terrifying things a 8 or 9-year-old child can experience in their life. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed that story. Yes, this one was a more lengthier one, and I will try to find more lengthier ones. But like I said, a lot of these stories vary in length, so there might be longer ones, there might be shorter ones, so... And like I said, I've been trying to keep up on writing my dreams again. I did write one the other day that I had the other night, which I found interesting. Usually when I write down a dream, especially when I first wake up in the morning, I noticed that how chaotic and how crazy events can happen from one moment to another. And especially when I read them back like this, I realize that there are a lot of like nuances and patterns in these dreams based off of my own life. But there's been dreams that I've had in the past where I've dreamed of things that possibly happened in another life or something. I don't know, it's weird. It's weird how these things can happen. And sometimes, you know, when you get those dreams that are like, can bring about synchronicities in your own life, waking life, you realize it's like, blows your mind. Gives you a feeling of unease, but then you're like amazed at the same time. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to, I guess, share that, because maybe some of you may have had that in your own life or in your own dreams. I'm going to leave this one here. Yeah, I hope you like these dream series ones. They're fun to do and make. But I will catch you in the next video, and I hope you have a good day. Hello, it's me again, dear viewer or viewers. I want to do another dream entry ASMR again. I have one here, and in my last video, or my night terror one, I talked about dreams that have these weird synchronicities to them, or these almost like you foretell an event or something. But sometimes, and thankfully, some of these events don't happen. But the dreams still have a scary, feeling to them anyways. But anyways, so this one, this one is titled The Final Chapter of Earth, written circa 2013. We were at a strange neighborhood in this dream. I was with Mom, Dad, my sisters. The moon was out during the day, but it was closer than usual. We didn't think of it much, but the next day it was even closer than it was the other day. Sorry. The news was on, and they had issued a state of emergency. scientists and astronomers discovered that the moon had been hit by a meteor the size of Alaska, or a fifth of the size of the moon itself. The next day, the moon was so close we could see the craters without a telescope. There was panic in the streets. Everybody was rioting and on a rampage. The dream ended shortly afterward. So it's not a very long dream, but that's one of the dreams where it could be a possibility of happening, and then you wake up and you realize that could actually happen. And what if the moon did get hit by something and it's hurtling towards Earth right now? Anyways, yeah, that was what I was kind of what I was trying to allude to in my last video, where dreams can sometimes get too realistic too. I do have dreams like that as well sometimes, when they're so scary and they're so real at the same time that you actually think they happened. Anyways, I wanted to leave this one here. Yeah, just let me know if you like this series so far. I've recorded a few of them already. I've recorded a bunch of them today. I don't know when I'll get these uploaded, but maybe I'll upload them today. But yeah, just give me your feedback on these videos and let me know if you like them. And I will catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching.